Last day here in the pool as we wrap up day 7 of the diving action. We've got 2 more finals to come here in Berlin at the Schwimm- und Sprunghalle venue. Now it's all about the men's synchronized 3-meter springboard final. And we have 12 athletes, as you can see. Ukraine, Kirilo Azarov, Maxim Mirza, Ryo Sakata and Koga Niwa of Japan. Germany have Espen Brenzina and Tim Axer, with the Republic of Korea's Kim Jae-wook, Kim Yong-taek, and Joshua Sollenberger linking up with Luke Sitz and Zhang Wenao and Hu Yukang. Germany's Tim Axer, Espen Brenzina, back dive pike. Yeah, that's very smooth, isn't it? Great start there for Tim and Espen. Christoph Boom is the head coach. Wonderful synchronization, head coming down. Love the mechanics, the movements for this this dive. And 50.4 points, that's ideal for them moving into top position. And now, Zhang Wenao, Hu Yukang. Oh, that's just perfect, isn't it? It's just brilliant diving. Talk about the synchronization. These two, they follow each other throughout the different events, of course, and we've seen them take gold and silver in the 1 meter, and they're really good, strong divers off the springboard. They've gone through these movements so many times before, and 50.4 puts them level with the German pair of Tim Axer and Espen Brenzina. Republic of Korea, Kim Jae-wook, Kim Yong-taek, it's the inward. Pike that they're going to go for here, and lovely dive. And good synchronization. As I said, you know, it's if you do this individually, you know, you can get it right 9 times out of 10, but the difference is when you're doing it synchronization, there has to be synergy, there has to be communication, trust and understanding. 46.8. Joshua Sollenberger and Luke Sitz. That's really nice. You saw the strength and the lift that they got off because they were perfectly positioned at the end of the springboard. And you could just see they just going right up high. Nice synchronization. They get a decent score for that. Of course, we're talking about the first 2 dives, which are 2 dives that have a fixed DD of 2.0, but 46.8, 94.8. So 6 dives in total here for this men's 3-meter springboard final. And that is just superb diving from the Chinese duo of Zhang Wenao and Hu Yukang. 405B. Look at the height that they get. There you go, it's timing's good. Synchronization, a little bit lacking. You can see that, but still, they're looking very elegant in the process. 74.4, and straight to the top once again. And that's the scenario here at the moment with China, Germany, USA. After round 3, halfway stage, and this men's synchronized 3-meter springboard final. And now a forward 3.5 for Joshua and Luke. Pike position. Pike position. Got to make sure that you get it right. It's a lot of dive in that position, then you've got to come out. Coming out's the challenge. That's a great dive. So minimal rip, and I think that they've come together really nicely there, Luke and Joshua. You can see that they've dived together. There you go, full out of the pike. The strength off the board was, well, impeccable, and then afterwards, rotation-wise, good grip, and excellent score, 72.54. And up to 2.32, just putting that extra little bit of pressure on these two from China, Zhang Wenao, Hu Yukang. It's a forward 2.5 with 2 twists in the pike position. Well, you expect nothing less than the best for the Chinese divers. They have had a little bit of hiccups in some of the rounds throughout this last week. But they always come back and show us what they're capable of doing. Going off the corner there, so not ideal on that far side there for Wenao, Zhang Wenao. And there it is, 80.58. That is just fabulous scoring, isn't it? Zhang Wenao and Hu Yukang. Espen and Tim from Germany. It's a forward 2.5 with a twist, and a very important dive here coming up. Yeah, good work. Entry suffered marginally, but you can see that Tim and Espen really fighting to get themselves a good dive. They know that they're in the chance of getting a medal, but you can see it is Espen. He's just a little bit late coming out of that, legs going across. Same for Tim, and 65.70 up to 288, so just ahead of Maxim Mirza and Kirilo Azarov. And here's Korea with a forward 2.5, 2 twists. A chance for them to move up close to the medals. Great, good dive. And again, you can see that perseverance pays off. They've tried to get themselves into that good position where they complete the rotations, go through the twists, and then coming out, reaching for the blue. Very quick to get themselves into the tuck position, rotations, twists, difficult dive, and there we have it, 78.54, 276, all to die for, going into round 6, and there it is. The leaderboard says Zhang and Hu are in charge, with USA just behind them by 23. Well, it's Espen Prensi and Tim Axer, back 2.5 pike, DD of 3. Really need to get themselves 70 plus points for a chance to get a medal. Did so well to get themselves around. Espen did well, and the German fans. So he's a tall guy, of course. Look at those legs. battles in, tries to save the dive just below the surface. Those long, long legs, of course, got to fight and get them vertical. Did a really good job in that. Now we get to see the tablet that shows it. 66.6, so 354.99, and they move ahead of Ukraine into the top position momentarily. Kim Jae-wook, Kim Young-taek, reverse 1.5, 3.5 twist, free position. 3.5 the DD. Need at least 80 points. Wow, great effort, really strong dive for the divers from the Korean Republic. He's right on the very edge there on the far side. You can see that from Kim Jae-wook. He still manages to go through. Great execution of the dive. That's really well worked. And 78.75 and into the top spot, nudging Tim Axer and Espen Brenzina into second place by less than a point. Can you imagine that? In a perilous situation, it might get bumped off. Depends on what happens here. Joshua and Luke, forward 2.5, 2 twists, big dive. And they need to get 53 points, more than 53, to move into the top position. Last chance saloon for the American pair. It's a great dive they've done. They've surely done enough with that. Excellent work from the two Americans who dived together, of course, Pan America Games. Great strength, great rotation. They've been consistent throughout. Not too far off a really good entry. It's definitely good, but it should be enough to push them to the top. It's more than enough. They're surely going to move into the top position with a big score, 77.52. Into the top they go with 380.34. Now, Zhang Wenao, Hu Yukang, they need 55 points to win gold. Forward 4.5, tuck position 3.8. It's a massive dive, it's a lot of dive, and it's up to them to nail it. Oh, they really are producing 5-star diving here in Berlin. And everybody knows that they have to shuffle around because they only need 55 points to move into that gold medal position. But just look at the strength. Look how far the boards go down, first of all. Great height, excellent, strong rotation. Quickly into that tuck position. Round and around and around before a beautiful entry. And that is some classy diving from the Chinese pairing of Zhang Wenao, Hu Yukang, 86.64. The job has been done. A completed medal haul once again for the Chinese divers. And a fantastic showing once again for Zhang Wenao and Hu Yukang. And gold medals for both. But great to see a silver medal picked up by Luke Sitz and Joshua Sollenberger. And the Korean Republic there with Kim Jae-wook, Kim Young-taek. That's the third bronze for Kim Young-taek. We have one last dive. Final here to wrap up diving competition, mixed team events. We've got 4 nations represented here. Korea Republic, Japan, the United States of America, and China. Kim Na-hyun, Kim Young-taek. It's a back dive in the pike position, a DD of 2. 5 dives in total. 2 dives at 2.0. Great start for the Republic of Korea. Kim Na-hyun from Seoul Cyber University. She got bronze medal in the 10-meter already, and it was a fantastic score of 87.5. 626B. And 45.6 to get them their first score. And now, to wrap up round 2, we've got Wang Weiying and Zheng Junji. Current leaders, reverse dive pike position. Oh, I love the entry. Again, you understand when the divers lift and they come off the platform, they'll find themselves at one point because they've dived so many times before. So timing is going to be important. It's going to be very important. And just look at that. Wonderful diving. Wang Weiying, 21 years of age. Took 4 gold medals in Chengdu. Studying in the South China University of Technology in Guangzhou. 50.4. And logically in the lead here. We go up to the DD now. We've moved out of the 2.0, so these are the more technical dives. Just a little issue with the entry. Both looking at each other, of course. Kim Na-hyun, Kim Young-taek. It's a little bit quicker than her coming off, and you can see that Kim Na-hyun's legs just going over marginally. There you go, those legs coming over the back and slapping the water. 54.9. Americans coming up next. Caden and Sophia, forward 3.5 pike. 3.5 rotations, pike position, and DD of 3. So there's going to be an approach. You see this skip. It's a good effort. It really is a good effort. You can see the response here, and that translates as being, a good dive. Got the entry very well executed, going through straight into that, to the strong rotations, and fighting to keep their legs vertical. And Sophia's such an elegant diver, does really well. And that's not bad at all. They'll get some good points from that. 68.4. That is a fabulous score, 157. As we take a look, and the American pair moving up into second position with 157, and that's after round 3. Now, Sophia McPhee, Caden Springfield, silver medal position so far. It's a reverse 2.5 tuck. That's good. That's good. I think the synchronization marginally off. I think Sophia got a little bit more lift, so she went out a little bit further. The judges will kind of pick up on that. At the same time, you've got the execution, you've got the symmetry going through the air before the entry, and the entry was good. So they won't lose too much on that, because you can see that there was a good entry. And again, strong diving techniques from these two Americans, as they wait patiently to see their score. 59.64, still in that top position before the American pair, the Chinese pair. And of course, this is where we'll see what they've got to do. Back 3.5 tuck, 3.3. So 3.5 rotations in that back position that go over the top. It's a lot of dive. Oh, that's just brilliant. They really are a classy duo. You can see the response and the reaction, but it's just how they go perfectly aligned together right from the lift. Timing was good. And sometimes she has those flat feet, Wang Weiying. And you can see maybe in the upper part, she manages to get them out pointy toes on entry, which is great. 85.14, guaranteed to produce a big score. Kim Na-hyun, Kim Young-taek. All comes down to this. Back 2.5 with 1.5 twist. Pike position, big dive. This is for a medal. Got to get it right. It's a good dive. There might not be enough for them to get themselves that silver medal position. We'll have to wait and see. Entry wasn't great there from Kim Young-taek. Communication, let's do this, let's go for it. Fist pump, straight into the dive. Good lift. You can see these going in at an angle Kim Yang took. Wonderful movement in the air. Very graceful. And the entry as well, 62.4. So they've got 266.82 now. Sophia McAfee, Caden Springfield. Back 2.5, 1.5 twists and a pike, 3.2. They've got to get...
Ready? Yeah. Time's up.
49 points or more.
1, 2, 3,
for silver. And they're going to get it with that. Sublime. The coaches, the fans, the teammates, and even the general public getting well behind this American pair. And looks like they're going to get a medal. Will they get themselves the silver medal? They'll move into the gold medal position before the Chinese pair. I'm not saying that it's a done deal. They do have a very big lead. But look at that, that means the world to them. Another medal coming their way, surely. I don't know what color it's going to be. 73.92, and that means they are in the silver medal position. Wang Weiying and Zheng Junji to finish off this last dive here at the FISU World University Games. Back 2.5, 1.5 twist. In a class of their own, they deliver once again. Wang Weiying and Zheng Junji, unstoppable here for this mixed synchronized 10-meter final. And that is surely enough for them to secure another gold for China. There we go, 80.64, confirmation. Another gold medal for China. Look at that, a 50-point lead to finish off with Sophia McAfee and Caden Springfield getting their first medals here in Berlin, with Kim Na-hyun, Kim Young-taek getting medals. That's a wrap for the Berlin diving competition here at the FISU World University Games.